Hey, it's new feature time again. And look what has appeared in the sites area. If you click on the sites and click on webinars, and you might be just very excited to say, hey, I can get rid of my webinar platform and just use this now, right? Wrong. This is just webinar funnels, not webinars. So yeah, let's see how they work real quick. And this is just a way to build your webinar funnels speedier. So let's click on new webinar funnel and see what happens here. We've got two different kinds of webinar funnels we can create. An on-demand webinar, and I'm sure we can thank our good buddy Frank Kern for the term they used for that, because he's been doing on-demand trainings, on-demand webinars for a long time. Anyway, you got an on-demand, which would be a video playback page, and then a live webinar. So you can create a funnel for a live webinar. Anyway, click on on-demand webinar, click continue, and you can see here's what we set up. What's the webinar details? You got to give it a name. So the webinar, and then next, select a form, and you can see, wow, we need to select a form for the registration page for this funnel. So what, we're stuck now, right? So eventually I'll bet you they have a create form here in this area, but this tells you need to go create a form before you create your webinar funnel. So we'll just use BAM opt-in for now, and then select the video file. And in here, we can go to our media storage and pick our video. And that's the video that's going to play on the page. Oh, and I got out of it. I messed it up. Look at that. Okay. Select video, select it in here, then click next, and you'll choose a template. I guess I should go ahead and grab a video. Right there. Initiated. Okay, I've got it. The video, go next, and we pick a template. Let's grab this one, create, and now it's going to create our fancy webinar funnel. All right, but it's not a funnel. It's a website. So here we can see it's created 3 different pages, and we need to edit each one of these to make sure that they're set correctly. So if you click edit, we'll go to the edit area. And if your form sends people to a different page, it's not going to send them to the second page in your webinar funnel. So you got to make sure the form is set correctly. Here's the form in here, and you can see it's BAM opt-in, and then redirect actions. Use action from Form Builder. It'll send it to my opt-in thank you page, not to the webinar page. So we need to change this to go to website URL. And what does that mean? We need to have the URL of the second page already in hand to put into the form in here. Okay. And then you come in here and do all your editing of the registration page. And when you're done, publish the sucker. And you have to put it on a domain if you're going to publish it. I'm just going to cancel out of that and say okay. So before you go to edit the webinar registration page, come over here to webinar confirmation and make sure to get the URL of this page, which means you're going to have to go to settings and select the domain it's on first so you can get the actual link to the page. All right. So this is a little bit confusing, right? But as long as you know the pitfalls beforehand, you can adapt, right? So you need to create a form first. And with that form, it's going to be go to website URL, and you're going to go to the webinar confirmation page after you set a domain for your funnel and get the URL of the confirmation page to put into the registration form in page number 1, webinar registration page. So keep those things in mind, and the broadcast page will have your video playback on it. Okay, so what's the other type of funnel? We'll do new webinar funnel and go to live webinar and continue. And again, you need to have a form, but this one is going to have a live webinar link. So that's going to be your Google Meet or your Zoom or your Webinar Jam live link for Webinar Jam or one of the other webinar platforms out there. And then you pick a template just like in the on-demand version. The setup is the same, and it will create your website pages, and you'll have to go through and get the link and all that kind of stuff. So same setup in the live, except for you're going to have a live link. Then that will be your Zoom or Webinar Jam or whatever. So keep that in mind when you're using the webinar funnels. It's just a good way to, automate this stuff. But you've already been able to do this previously. And in fact, BAMengine members already could do this. So BAMengine users already have these funnels. And you don't need to use the website or the webinar funnel builder because you've got it right here. On-demand webinar. That's been there since March of 2023. So you can use that one for that. And it's better. It's already pre-configured. So just go use that one. And you can see there are all these other funnels in here built into your BAMengine account. So you don't have to go using those features if you don't want to. Super cool. If you have any requests for different campaigns or funnels you want built into BAMengine, just hit me up. Anyway, if you want your account in BAMengine, just go to BAMengine.com. You can pick one of the plans on that page, or you can hit the book a time to talk to me, and I'll give you the best deal possible over a live meeting. Anyway, see you. Have a good one.